Grandma, you have an odor. Why do you smell like that?
After these hurtful words from a young granddaughter, the entire family was stunned into silence. What could be causing this unpleasant smell from a grandmother who showers every day? This eye-opening story was shared by a family physician. The comment came from a 10-year-old child after embracing her grandmother. Despite daily showers, this grandmother wasn't thoroughly cleaning certain areas of her body, and bacteria from these neglected spots were causing ongoing health problems. This issue, particularly common among seniors, can develop into serious, potentially life-threatening conditions. Surprising as it may sound, this situation occurs frequently in households across America. As we age, our skin naturally becomes drier, and arthritis pain makes it challenging to thoroughly clean every part of our body. Plus, our sense of smell weakens over time, making it harder to notice our own body odors. Did you know that these seemingly minor oversights can lead to significant health problems? Today, I'll share valuable insights about 4 body areas that a 91-year-old practicing doctor insists must be thoroughly cleaned for healthy aging. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support really encourages me to create more helpful content. Now let me share Dr. Robert Smith's health secrets. At 91 years old, he's still a practicing physician. Dr. Smith has been in medicine for over 60 years, examining more than 10,000 patients. From this wealth of experience, he's uncovered the keys to longevity. In particular, he's discovered senior health insights through real clinical practice that you won't find in standard medical textbooks.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Smith, 91 years young. I still see patients at my clinic 3 days a week. People often ask how I can still actively practice medicine at my age. The answer is surprisingly simple: meticulous personal hygiene.
Dr. Smith emphasizes hygiene practices that we commonly overlook but that can seriously impact our health. He specifically highlights 4 body areas that must be cleaned properly. These are parts everyone thinks they know about, but in reality, most people don't clean them correctly.
Throughout my 60-plus years in medicine, I've noticed something remarkable. Many of my patients were dealing with conditions that simple hygiene practices could have prevented. They weren't facing complex diseases, just the consequences of overlooked cleanliness. As we get older and our immune systems naturally weaken, even minor infections can become major health issues. Today, I want to share 4 critical areas that need thorough cleaning. Insights I've gathered through decades of medical practice. First, behind and inside the ears. Many folks don't clean their ears properly. The area behind the ears contains numerous oil glands, creating a perfect breeding ground for bacteria. And remember, using cotton swabs deep inside your ears can actually cause harm, not help. Instead, wash behind your ears daily with mild soap and just gently wipe the outer part of the ear canal with a soft washcloth. Neglecting these areas can lead to various infections, inflammation, and may even contribute to hearing problems.
According to Dr. Smith, far more bacteria lurk behind our ears than most of us realize. He recalls a patient in his 70s who developed serious lymph node inflammation from a bacterial infection behind his ears.
This gentleman insisted he never skipped his daily shower. However, by not properly gently washing behind the ears with warm water and a mild soap, his ears, oils, and dead skin cells built up over time, eventually harboring a bacterial infection. What began as minor itching and a small rash escalated dramatically when left untreated. The infection spread to his lymph nodes, requiring 2 weeks of intensive antibiotic treatment.
Dr. Smith also advises caution when washing behind the ears.
Water that's too hot can irritate the skin, while water that's too cold won't properly remove waste products. Use mild soap with lukewarm water and wash gently, as if massaging, and be sure to dry completely. Remaining moisture creates an environment favorable for mold growth.
Second, between the toes.
Many folks assume the spaces between their toes get automatically cleaned during a shower or bath. That's a dangerous misconception. These narrow spaces between toes require special attention. They create warm, moist, dark environments where fungal infections like athlete's foot thrive. And this isn't just about discomfort or embarrassment. For seniors, especially those with diabetes, These infections can lead to dangerous complications that might even threaten limbs.
Dr. Smith recalls a particularly troubling case.
A diabetic patient in his 80s ignored a seemingly minor fungal infection between his toes. This negligence ultimately led to gangrene, necessitating toe amputation. The gentleman maintained good hygiene in general, but simply never developed the habit of properly washing and thoroughly drying between his toes. As we age, bending down to properly wash our feet becomes challenging. If you're struggling with this, invest in a long-handled foot brush or shower wand, or ask a family member for help.
Dr. Smith strongly emphasizes complete drying after washing between the toes.
After bathing, carefully dry between each toe with a soft towel, and, if possible, use a fan or hairdryer on the cool setting to ensure they're completely dry. Lingering moisture creates the perfect environment for fungal growth. And don't forget to put on fresh, clean socks daily, preferably cotton ones that wick away moisture.
Third, the belly button.
The belly button is an area many seniors completely overlook. Would you be surprised to learn that your belly button is one of the dirtiest places on your entire body? Scientific research has identified approximately 67 different types of bacteria living in the average belly button. Dead skin cells, dust, perspiration, and clothing fibers collect in this small recess, creating a perfect home for bacteria.
Dr. Smith shares a memorable case.
A 65-year-old woman came to his office complaining of persistent abdominal pain. Tests revealed the surprising source, an infection in her belly button. When asked about her hygiene routine, she admitted she typically skipped cleaning her navel during showers. This oversight is especially common among seniors with weight issues or those with larger midsections, as it becomes difficult to see the area clearly. Ironically, these are precisely the people who need to be most diligent about belly button hygiene.
Dr. Smith offers practical advice for proper belly button cleaning.
When showering, gently wash your navel with soap and water. For a deeper clean, use a slightly moistened Q-tip to carefully clean inside the belly button. Just be gentle. Scrubbing too vigorously can damage delicate skin. After washing, be sure to thoroughly dry the area completely.
For seniors living independently, Dr. Smith offers this practical advice.
As we get older, bending or seeing certain areas becomes challenging. Don't let this discourage you. Use adaptive tools like long-handled brushes or a handheld mirror. And don't be too proud to ask for help. Arrange for family, friends, or home health aides to assist with a thorough cleaning once a week.
Fourth, the nape of the neck.
The nape of your neck is a spot that nearly everyone misses. Many people assume that shampoo runoff adequately cleans this area while washing hair, but that's simply not true. In reality, oils and dead skin cells easily build up in the creases and folds of the back of your neck. This shadowed area rarely gets direct sunlight, creating an ideal environment for bacterial and fungal growth.
Dr. Smith recalls a particularly concerning case.
A 78-year-old woman had been suffering with persistent itching and discomfort at the back of her neck for several months. Since she couldn't easily see the area with a mirror, she simply tolerated the discomfort. By the time she sought medical help, she had developed severe seborrheic dermatitis, complicated by a secondary infection, a condition that proved challenging to treat. Examination revealed accumulated oils and dead skin cells in the folds of skin at the nape of her neck, creating a breeding ground for bacteria.
Dr. Smith offers clear guidance on properly cleaning this area.
When showering, use your fingertips to gently massage the creases at the back of your neck. Use plenty of soap or body wash, working up a good lather across the entire nape of the neck. Rinse thoroughly with clean water. When drying, pat gently rather than rubbing vigorously. For seniors with mobility challenges,
Dr. Smith recommends,
if you live alone, consider investing in a long-handled bath brush. It makes reaching the back of your neck much easier. A helpful home remedy is wiping the nape of your neck with diluted apple cider vinegar once weekly. This helps maintain proper pH balance and discourages bacterial growth. Since the skin at the back of the neck tends to show aging quickly, Apply moisturizer to this area after bathing, just as you would your face.
Dr. Smith points out that beyond these four primary areas, seniors should pay special attention to other often neglected zones.
The groin area and underarms deserve particular care. These are warm, moist places where skin folds touch each other, creating ideal conditions for bacterial and fungal growth. As we enter our senior years, our skin naturally develops more folds and creases, while our sweat glands function less efficiently. This combination can lead to intensified body odors if not properly addressed.
Dr. Smith shares a relevant case study.
A 72-year-old gentleman came to my office complaining of persistent itching and redness in his groin area. Testing confirmed a fungal infection that had become quite established. During our discussion, I learned he rarely dried this area thoroughly after showering, and never changed or showered after his daily walks. These types of infections tend to recur even after medical treatment, unless the underlying hygiene habits are completely reformed. For effective care of these sensitive areas,
Dr. Smith recommends
always wash the groin and underarm areas with gentle, fragrance-free soap or a gentle body wash made for sensitive skin. Avoid antibacterial soaps, harsh cleansers, or scrubs that can disrupt your skin's natural balance. After washing, thoroughly pat these areas dry with a clean towel. For optimal dryness, consider sitting near a fan or using a hair dryer on the cool setting to dry those areas before dressing. Keeping these areas dry is absolutely essential. For preventing common senior skin issues,
Dr. Smith offers this practical advice.
If you tend to perspire heavily in the groin or underarm areas, choose 100% cotton underwear and clothing that touches these sensitive areas. Change your underwear daily, or more frequently, if you perspire heavily or exercise. Many of my patients find that applying a light dusting of cornstarch-based powder helps absorb excess moisture and reduces friction that can lead to irritation. Just use it sparingly. Too much powder can clump in skin folds and actually cause more irritation. And remember, talc-based powders are no longer recommended, so stick with cornstarch formulations.
Dr. Smith emphasizes the critical importance of proper hygiene for seniors.
Maintaining cleanliness isn't just about avoiding embarrassing odors. It's fundamental to preserving your health as you age. Our immune systems naturally weaken over time, making even minor infections potentially serious for seniors. Additionally, our sensory perception diminishes with age. We simply don't smell, see, or feel problems developing the way we once did. This means infections or skin issues can progress significantly before we notice them. That's precisely why establishing consistent hygiene routines becomes even more crucial in our senior years.
Dr. Smith shares an inspiring success story.
I recall an 80-year-old woman who had endured persistent, unexplained itching for nearly 3 years. Before coming to me, she had seen multiple specialists, tried numerous prescription medications, and applied countless ointments, all without relief. During my thorough examination, I discovered significant inflammation caused by accumulated oils and dead skin in areas she couldn't easily see or reach. Behind her ears, at the nape of her neck, and in the folds of her underarms, we implemented a simple but consistent hygiene protocol and enlisted her home health aide to assist with these hard-to-reach areas. Within just 8 weeks, her itching completely resolved. She was able to discontinue all medications and finally experienced comfort again, all from addressing these overlooked hygiene needs.
Dr. Smith shares his own daily regimen that has kept him healthy, active, and still practicing medicine at 91.
After 6 decades as a physician, observing thousands of patients, I've concluded that consistent, sustainable habits are the true secret to healthy aging. These small daily practices matter far more than expensive medications or trendy treatments.
Dr. Smith describes his morning routine.
I rise at 6 a.m. every morning and start my day with a glass of warm water. During my morning wash-up, I'm particularly careful to clean behind my ears and the nape of my neck thoroughly. Each evening, I enjoy a relaxing bath with comfortably warm water. Not too hot, as that can dry senior skin. This washes away not just the day's physical impurities, but also the mental fatigue. After bathing, I always apply a good moisturizer all over, paying special attention to naturally dry areas like my heels, elbows, and knees.
His weekly hygiene schedule is thoughtfully organized.
I do a complete soap and water body wash 3 times weekly, focusing on the critical areas we've discussed on the other days. Mondays are dedicated to thorough hair and scalp care. Wednesdays are for comprehensive foot maintenance, trimming nails, addressing calluses, and moisturizing. Fridays include a gentle, full-body exfoliation to remove accumulated dead skin cells.
Dr. Smith references recent scientific findings.
Current research confirms what I've observed clinically. Seniors who maintain proper hygiene routines experience approximately 30% fewer respiratory infections and skin conditions compared to those with poor hygiene habits. Beyond infection prevention, regular bathing has been shown to enhance circulation, reduce stress levels, and significantly improve sleep quality. All crucial factors for healthy aging.
He cautions against common mistakes he observes in his senior patients.
One of the biggest errors I see is seniors attempting to maintain the exact same hygiene practices they used in their younger years. As our bodies change with age, our self-care routines must adapt too. For instance, the vigorous scrubbing with rough washcloths that worked well in your 40s can actually damage senior skin, which becomes thinner and more delicate over time. Gentler cleansing methods become necessary, along with increased attention to moisturizing.
Dr. Smith approaches hygiene from a perspective of dignity and self-worth.
Maintaining personal cleanliness isn't merely about hygiene. It's a fundamental expression of self-respect and self-care. This becomes especially important for seniors living alone, particularly after losing a spouse. I often hear, "Why bother when no one sees me anyway?" But good hygiene isn't for others. It's a gift. You give yourself, a way of honoring your own body and health.
For seniors facing physical limitations, Dr. Smith offers practical guidance.
Many of my older patients face genuine challenges with mobility that make traditional bathing difficult. In these situations, don't hesitate to accept assistance from family members, neighbors, or professional caregivers. This isn't.
Dr. Smith offers practical advice for elderly people with mobility issues.
For those confined to bed, use wet wipes. Adult body wipes are better than regular wet wipes. Wipe behind the ears, back of the neck, armpits, groin, and between toes once a day. Also, an adjustable shower chair or bathing assistive devices can make showering possible even alone.
Dr. Smith also advises on cleanliness management for elderly people with cognitive decline.
People with cognitive disorders like dementia often refuse to bathe. In such cases, don't try to force them, but calmly explain and start with small steps. Setting regular bath times, warming the bathroom, and playing favorite music can help.
Dr. Smith also presents tailored cleanliness management methods according to health condition.
People with diabetes need to pay special attention to foot care. Examine feet daily and dry completely after washing. People with arthritis may find it difficult to grip soap or wipe with a towel, so use tools with long handles or sponges attached to walls. For those with very dry skin, soaking in bath water mixed with oil is helpful.
Dr. Smith also emphasizes the importance of regular health checkups along with maintaining cleanliness.
No matter how well you manage cleanliness, you shouldn't miss changes in your body. Small changes in the skin, pigment deposits, strange odors, etc. can be signals of health problems. It's good to have a professional check your skin condition once every 6 months.
Dr. Smith introduces one more case of a patient who experienced significant change through cleanliness management.
88-year-old Mr. Park had chronic lung disease and found it difficult to breathe, so he rarely bathed. As a result, he developed various skin problems, especially severe rashes on his back and chest that were so bad he couldn't sleep. I taught him how to take partial baths while sitting, with a small basin of water to wash one part each day. Although he found it uncomfortable at first, he gradually got used to it. His skin improved, and as a result, his overall health improved.
Now, Dr. Smith concludes the conversation by summarizing simple tips that can be practiced in daily life.
Form a habit of managing the 4 areas I mentioned today every day. Just by cleaning and drying behind the ears, inside the ears, between the toes, the navel, and the back of the neck, you can prevent many diseases. Also, remember that cleanliness is not just about washing, but forms the foundation for a healthy old age, along with diet habits, sleep, and exercise.
Finally, Dr. Smith has a message for families.
For families caring for elderly people, managing their cleanliness is not just a household chore, but an important part of healthcare. Look after parts that are difficult for them to manage themselves and provide help. It's also important to provide assistive devices necessary for cleanliness management. The health of the elderly is connected to the happiness of the entire family.
Today on Senior Wisdom, we've learned about 4 body parts that must be thoroughly cleaned for a healthy old age from Dr. Smith, a 91-year-old practicing physician. We hope this video has been helpful to you and the elderly around you. Thank you for taking your valuable time to watch. If you found this information helpful, please click the like button now. And if you want to receive more elderly health tips and longevity information, please subscribe and set the bell notification. We'll be back soon with another secret for a healthy old age. This has been Senior Wisdom.